What a beautiful morning. Nice and cool and cloudy, and you can hear the birds singing, and so it's a really nice environment to welcome Bill Svelan from Wild Birds Unlimited. He's the first time he's been here. We're extremely excited to have him. You're the envy of all of the staff of Shades of Green because we all want to come. I'm the lucky one. I get to sit in for a little while. But I know you're going to learn a lot, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions answered. And we welcome you, and we hope that you will visit his store. It is a fantastic store. It's got everything for birds.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm happy that you all have an interest in birds. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, and we're going to make it fun. Birds and bird feeding in general. We're going to talk about why we feed birds, how to attract them to your yard, different kinds of feeders, problems, bird seed, hummingbirds, housing, water, and tilly hats, of course. So we're going to talk about a lot of things, and I do want to invite you to the store. We've been in business 13 years. We hope to be there a long time. We're not going to move. My address is on the back of your hobby guides, and we have maps on some cards up here. The first thing I'm going to say, Wild Birds Unlimited, we're a franchise. I bought the franchise 13 years ago. There are 280 stores around the country. And we all own our own stores. The owner owns a couple stores in Indiana. Part of our profits go towards the Wildlife Federation and several other organizations. We're very involved. Bird feeding in general, you know, you all are probably gardeners too. Gardening is the #1 hobby in the United States. Birding and bird feeding is #2. And there's a reason for that. You plant shrubs and flowers and trees to make your backyard a sanctuary to relax in, something to enjoy, to be beautiful. What adds to that is the sound of birds in the trees and in the shrubs and all their antics when they're mating. They're trying to attract each other, trying to chase each other away from a feeder. It just brings life to your beautiful garden. So they go hand in hand. How to attract them to your yard. It's really very easy. Think of yourself as a bird. We like food, we need water, we want safety, and we want a place to live that's safe. Very basic. If you provide those things, you will attract birds. Now, if I want to attract nice birds, then it gets a little more complicated. I want to feed good seed. I want to keep my bird baths fresh and clean. I want to put up some housing and have dense shrubbery and even maybe an old brush pile in the rear of my property. All those are places where birds build homes. And I want safety. I love indoor cats. I'm not fond of outdoor cats or feral cats because they kill over 1 million birds every year. So that's what happens to some of our birds. I'm not fond of pesticides and fertilizers. You aren't either, you wouldn't be here. Pesticides, and people put it down on their lawns, that also kills a lot of birds. So all these things kind of work together. We do this with different types of feeders, and I'm going to show one. Not that everyone needs an advanced pole system, but if our trees aren't the right place and we don't want to hang our feeders from trees, advanced pole system helps me with some problems. This baffle keeps out raccoons and squirrels. Now we know squirrels can jump 8 to 10 feet, so they could come around the top. Okay? But this keeps, and frankly, squirrels can eat bird seed, but they don't destroy your feeders. Raccoons tend to destroy your feeders. A lot of people say, I love to feed birds, but the doves eat everything. First, I don't want to feed seed that the doves love. They love millet. If I want sparrows and doves, I feed millet. Now, I compete with every large store in San Antonio that sells birdseed. And I don't mind competing with them because what they sell, it's called wild bird food. Some wild bird somewhere will eat that seed. Unless you have turkeys coming through your yard, they're probably not going to eat milo. Read the label on your bird seed, and if the last ingredient is sunflower seed and the first ingredient is millet, then you're in trouble. Because what birds do, what cardinals do, they throw out all the millet to get to the sunflower seed, and the sparrows throw out all the sunflower seed to get to the millet, and you got a lot of seed down on the ground, which a lot of birds are happy, but it also attracts another problem, which are rats and rodents that come at night. So if you want to avoid rats and creatures that come in the middle of the night, you don't have a whole lot of seed going down to the ground. Now, I should have mentioned before I started, I've got a lot of people here that are good customers that have been in the store. Would you raise your hand? Okay, well, that's a true squad. So I'm not going to tell you anything that I haven't told them when they come in the store. This I put on here. This is just a regular bird feeder. It has a lifetime warranty. Most of our products have lifetime warranties. When I put this on, I put a tray on here because cardinals are platform feeders or ground feeders. So I want cardinals, they need to be able to sit somewhere up here. It's safer for them, up off the ground. This is just a dove guard that goes on here to keep out doves. Cardinals go through here. This is a 2-inch mesh. So cardinals and all my smaller birds will go through there. And that now, before anyone gets excited about doves, I feed everybody in my yard. I have my doves, and it's a tray feeder that hangs from a tree. And I put millet in there. I have my doves on what we call a school lunch program. 1 hot meal a day. Okay? I don't want seed left in there at night. So my conscience is clear. I fed the doves. They've had their lunch meal, and I get other creatures. Squirrels, everybody goes in there. But if there's seed left in there at night, my raccoons jump in there and knock it down. I find it on the ground in the morning. Okay? This is another little feeder. I call this a dinner bell. You can do the lifetime warranty also. Last year, because of the drought, in my opinion, and the fact we didn't have a lot of natural product in our yards and out in the countryside, people in town attracted a lot of painted buntings. What a wonderful sight to see a painted bunting. I thought I brought one, but maybe I didn't. Multicolored male bird, and usually they love to stay out in the country. How many people got painted buntings in their yard?
Oh, man.
Okay. Wonderful sight. You may not get them this year because we've had rain and we have natural product growing, and they'd just as soon not come into our yards. But they did last year. So everyone wants it. This is a feeder. I can lower this down, put millet. It's the only bird I really like that eats millet. So I put a little millet in here. Painted buntings will come in here and eat millet. So that's a good feeder for that. It's also a good feeder for any kind of birdseed. It's just a good versatile feeder. I can raise and lower this depending on who I want to come in. Now, I feed what can't get in here very easily are blue jays and woodpeckers. I hang a peanut feeder. Blue jays, woodpeckers, titmice, chickadees, sparrows, all playing on here and eat peanuts. Okay? So it's a nice feeder for red-winged blackbirds also. We'll get up here.